bring out your starters. Your Los Angeles Lakers.
All right, looking at the Utah Jazz, Shams, what do you think about trading All-Stars Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell back in 2022?
It's really rare for an NBA team to trade two All-Stars in one offseason, especially a team that was competing to go deep in the playoffs year after year after year. But they really believe, Kevin, that they got maximum value for both Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. They're flush with draft picks. They've got young talent, young assets, and cap space moving forward. I really like and have confidence in their future.
Well, we know Gobert has made a difference with Minnesota. Mitchell seems to be making a difference with Cleveland. So you love the trades that work on all sides, don't you?
And Kevin, one thing you know about the front office in Utah is they're going to be completely aggressive moving forward to bring talent to Utah.
Well said. The starters for the Utah Jazz, the guard pair. It's George and Sexton. John Collins is out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Clarkson in at the three, the small forward. And here's George. Following the three-pointer by Anthony Davis. Offensive rebound. Collins, good.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
Now, here is Russell. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Here's Markkanen, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
James, no good. Jazz have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And they double up Markkanen. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Buries the long-range jumper. And Shams, we know you are so connected and on top of so many great stories and players and trends in the NBA. I have to ask, what is your... like I'm talking to my teenage daughter. What is your screen time like? You've got to be in front of that computer and clearly in front of your phone every minute, or at least most every minute of every hour of every day.
It's not as high as it needs to be, Kevin, I'll tell you that much. And thankfully, it's not always like that, but certainly at the biggest times of the year, free agency, draft, trade deadline, it is certainly up there, almost in the 19 to 20 range. Kevin, what's your screen time? I feel like you might have a high screen time. You want to be plugged in. I know it.
I take 2 months off in the summer, but for those 10 months, it's 7 days a week, a lot like you. But I know how much happens in the offseason. That's my interest in sitting next to you here courtside tonight, is that you're watching this game, but your mind is always thinking about this and that, and it never ends. Like, you must not get much sleep. You cannot get much sleep, right? My goodness.
We do get sleep, but your offseason is my season, Kevin, and I want to make sure as we get this season going, I'm able to inform you.
And you always do. You always do. Now, here's Sexton after LeBron James's miss. And good that time.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
Davis finds Hachimura. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Hachimura's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Lakers trail by 4. And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story, like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it, but it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend on it.
365, 24/7.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, "I've always felt like I belong." It goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, "Is this confidence or cockiness?" He told her, "You're basically kind of the same thing." Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you. Hits it from three-point range. And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Markkanen is screen on Russell. Here's George. Here's Markkanen. Rebound the Lakers. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Hey, Shams, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA. It's been LeBron's league. It's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face on this crop.
And we cannot wait. That free throw, no good.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it, more than capable of scoring at all three levels.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Coloco's checked in. Gannett comes in for Hachimura. Christie's checked in for Austin Reeves. And Vincent subbed in for Russell. Pass to Markkanen. Lays it up off the glass. Markkanen's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like that. Markkanen needs to play like a 7-footer because he's got the talent, but he also has a pretty strong frame when he wants to use it.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
It's George on the wing, defended by Vincent. Clarkson for three. It's rebounded by Koloko. Here's Connect. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Lakers on top, up by 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And in addition, their three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. The guard pair. It's George and Sexton. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Collins in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Battling and doing work down low. The king. That motor still running good.
We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players. Over in Europe, in any of those regions, they do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux. Your players are given so much so soon in America, so to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
Christie can't make it. Jazz trail by 3. Clarkson finds Markkanen. Toure grabs the rebound. Los Angeles has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And he goes in for the dunk.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win. You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others. Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound, and he got it done.
And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restricted position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. Good! And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, they seem to be forcing things out there, trying too hard, pressing. When you do that, the turnovers pile up quickly.
Pass to Christie. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jacks up a 3. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Rebounded by the Lakers. James has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Connect. James outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. On the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes. And less of a chance of super teams, and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax, it's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron. And that, certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum. And we're seeing that happen to at least 1 or 2 teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something we pour through before every calendar year.
It's just fascinating. Russell with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Markkanen, good.
Yeah, and there's no substitute for determination. Markkanen, once he sets the pick, rolls with force and purpose.
Hachimura, no good.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Collins, a screen on Reeves. Sexton, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. 1:24 left here in the second, and it's Davis missing. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
And he makes that one. Markkanen's got 7 now in this quarter.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He's got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Russell dishes to Davis. A 3-ball. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Davis. Russell's got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers. Utah's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. George, no good.
Yeah, he just flat-out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Pass to Christie. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Right side, Collins. Sexton for 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And that 3 makes things just a little more interesting here as we...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Come one.
In that game against the Spurs, they're going to be tested on both ends. But we're talking to these guys. They're ready for it. They're hyped, man. This one could have a playoff feel.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Los Angeles Lakers.
This has been a...
And that concludes half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
The guard spots filled by Russell and Reeves. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. And it's Hachimura in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
A 3 from Davis. Sexton grabs the board. Jazz trail by 7. Collins in the post. He's defended by Reeves.
And that's 2 tough points from Collins, willing to mix it up down low.
And Los Angeles guys shooting at 52% for the field. They're clicking. And it's Russell missing. Utah's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Unloads from 9 and off the front iron, and in it goes. Clarkson's got 11 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And a wide open look for Hachimura. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And the Lakers lead by 6.
Hachimura was hoping the ball would come his way, and he was ready.
Back to George. Pass to Sexton. From outside, off the mark. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And it's Davis at the elbow. Oh, Davis down low.
This is why they feed Davis inside. I mean, they know how much of a beast he is down there. He eats good.
There's the pick. Here's George. A rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Pass to LeBron. Lakers working the ball around now.
When AD gets going like this, it's almost impossible to slow him down. He's got so many different ways to beat you.
There's a screen. Here's Sexton going inside, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
James kicks to Russell, and they double up Russell. Loads it up for Davis, and finished off by Davis.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
Jazz trail by 11. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. The 8 thanks. Russell passes to Hachimura. On the wing, Davis. Off target with his 3.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Sexton for 3. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
And they double up Russell. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Outside, Sexton. Teardrop shot, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Reeves can't hit. Jazz trail by 9. Now Eubanks still without a basket. They double him with LeBron. Pass to Mikhailuk. 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly, and Utah another 3.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Russell's got 4 this quarter.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
That's a 2 from Sexton. Again, the Jazz score.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Los Angeles leading by 6. Reeves outside. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Shooting from a rock-solid base, that gives Austin just the added range he was looking for.
And stolen by Russell. Reeves the pass to Russell. Kicks it out to LeBron. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Reeves against Sexton. Hachimura the pass to LeBron. Out to Russell. Launches it. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Jazz trail by 12. Eubanks the pass to Filipowski. Sexton for 3. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his 2nd this half.
James outside, and they double up James. Davis finds James to the middle. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by James. Russell's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
Sends the ball, no good. Los Angeles leading by 11. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. And here's Davis for 3. Eubanks grabs the miss. Eubanks got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the wing right side. Sexton on the wing. That 3 off the mark. LeBron dishes to Russell. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Davis. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Utah, the guard pair, it's George and Sexton. Markkanen is out there with Jordan Clarkson, and it's Collins in at the center, locking down the middle.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Markkanen, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And, you know, so often the size of Markkanen overpowers the defense. Even when he gets hit, he still finishes over and through him.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. This one for 3. Collins grabs the miss. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Sexton for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Clarkson. And he converts the layup. Clarkson's got it back down to within single digits for the Jazz.
Oh, slick move by Clarkson. Getting around that inside contact to finish the shot.
They double him with Clarkson. Shoots. Vincent misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Collins gets double teamed. Markkanen from outside. Sinks the triple.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
LeBron against Collins. Clarkson for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. James has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Connect with a wide-open look. And just miss after miss right now.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And stolen by James. Launches the 3. Vincent's shot is good.
Easier to go strong to the hoop, but I tell you what, when you feel it, take it from deep.
Jazz trail by 9. Markkanen kicks to Collins. Nice ball movement by Utah. The Jazz again can't hit it.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Collins passes to George. Clarkson for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 6 assists in the game. Lakers leading by 8. They double him with Clarkson. Christie kicks to LeBron. Fires for 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Collins passes to Markkanen. No good on the 3.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Eubanks, he's checked in for Utah. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. He said to them, keep building this lead, guys. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep working hard, run our stuff. Guys?
Thank you, David. Sexton kicks to Markkanen. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Pass to Reeves. Markkanen on the double team. Russell with a wide open look. And the 3 off target.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Sexton. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. And it's Davis missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
And a wide open look for James. Los Angeles with another miss. And so Sexton will bring it up for Utah. Markkanen with it, and Hachimura picks him up defensively. Sexton for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. And now just a 5-point Laker lead.
Big shot player Sexton showing us he loves the spotlights. He's energized performing here under the bright lights.
Reeves gets the bucket.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here. You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
Jazz trail by 8. Sexton on the wing. And he drops it in from the low post. Sexton's got 28 points for the game.
You can't let a smaller guard burn you inside. Still, you got to love Sexton's focus and fearlessness.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Boy, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Utah is shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Sexton for 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And they double up LeBron. For the 3. From range, LeBron is good.
James never lets up. He is absolutely fearless down the stretch.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Latrey. George, no good. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Outside for Davis. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Russell finds Hachimura. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Is on Colin Sexton.
Strong take by Hachimura. He is built to do damage in there.
He drops the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Taking 2 shots.
Hachimura hits them both.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Here's Mikhailuk. And again, unable to change momentum here. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left.
Thanks so much, David. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation.